Hello and welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared and with me is Holly. And today we are looking at the card game Clash of Corgis. And it has also gotten some additional rules added to the cards to see, new ways to play with the same deck of cards. And it's not a full traditional deck. It goes from, I believe, 0 to 9. Let me see.
0?
No, I'm sorry. Ace, there's a 1.
It's 1 to 9.
1 to 9 with an ace.
Yeah.
Yes. There's different colors for the suits, but there are also different, drawings for the corgis, which are adorable. Like, really cute, really fun to look at.
They're super cute.
I really enjoyed this part of just seeing the different, art pieces of cute, cuddly, cartoon corgi dogs. There's also the star, which is kind of a wild, but each number and the image is an ability, which can be confusing as you play through the various, not scenarios, but like rule sets that come with the game. So a 6 is always going to do X, Y, Z, and it's kind of going to look like this. But then there's the suit, which is the color that kind of has these symbols in the corner of various paw prints and color. But the paw prints themselves are really hard to actually see a difference between. It's hard to kind of describe, but they're very small, first of all. And you have one, like this purple one, has like the paws which have a little bit more of a pointed toe. This one, which is the paws are like the toes are a little bit more like rectangular. And then what is this one? I don't like the red versus the purple. Like that looks very, very similar because they have the same pointed toes. But the only difference between like this red and purple is the bottom of the paw like kind of comes more to a point. And these are the kinds of things that matter when playing this game, because when you're trying to figure out, depending on the rule set you're using, what suit it is, and the rules, which are black and white, unhelpful, I'll say, it was a very big challenge, especially because in some of the rules, it named these as certain classes, like earth and wind and fire, but there's really no text on anything. And the icons are so similar. I really found it, and I wasn't the only one. We played it 4 players a couple different times. We found it to be quite confusing to get through the suits, to get through the abilities, and this is the box. There's not a lot of room here for extra references or explanation or anything really. It's just a deck of cards and you've got a very small black and white rule book. Now, when you're looking at what does each of the cards, or what do each of the cards do, okay? This is the only reference you get, and it looks like this, which means because they're all unique and all complicated, when you play cards, you have to know what they do, and so we're constantly passing this around, trying to remember what the heck we're trying to do.
Which is difficult because aren't there ones that you can throw in during someone else's turn?
So there are ones that let you, I guess, parry, so you can cancel someone's effect.
Yes.
And if you forget that can be done, then you're kind of out of luck.
I have to be honest.
Please.
I'm not a fan. I feel like it's way too busy for what is represented here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great point about the icons. That's only one of the things, you know? The fact that you have to pass this around when there are instants on it. The fact that the rules over here in black and white, and they actually don't even include the part that's color with the rules for the iconography on the card. So there's no way to tell. It
was frustrating.
It wasn't very
intuitive,
quite as organized as I would have liked.
This is the kind of game where you're constantly fighting the rule set instead of intuitively picking it up and then learning as you go.
Yeah.
You can't do that with this. You have to all study it really hard and pass this around, and maybe after the first game, which is like 15 minutes,
and
then you'll understand what's going on.
Honestly, if they all do the same thing and the separate set of rules is like a different game, quote unquote, entirely, it just goes with this set of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Print the rules on the card. You can print these on the card in both variations to where, hey, if you're doing this type of game, you do this. If you're doing this type of game, use it as this.
I think the way it's printed is more like a collector's item because it's like a cute kind of deck of cards.
It is adorable.
But it's not even playable as a regular deck of cards. So what is it really?
Right, because you don't even have...
So in a sense, it's not fully designed.
Yes.
I guess, because like you said, it really harps more and focuses more on the art than it does the gameplay.
At the very least, you need player aids for every person.
And I know it's a small box, but you can make this just a little bit bigger to fit a couple more references or 4 more cards, like double-sided for each player to have something.
For each set of rules, you know.
So we did play a couple times in one game rule set, and then one more time in another game rule set called Treasure Island. And
didn't we quit the second one?
We were playing through Treasure Island. We had some questions about certain rules and how they interact with other cards. And at one point, I was looking around and like everybody just looked miserable. Like we were really struggling to get this played. And everybody at the table was like, I don't understand. Like, think I'm doing it right, but I don't know. And am I winning? I don't know.
I feel like it could be good. It's just missing something.
Yeah.
It's missing that X factor.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's very cute. I can see the love and the intent behind it, but it's not, for me, it's not entirely as functional as I would like it to be.
Yeah, I feel like this could have sat a little longer in the design chamber of
testing,
making the cards more gamer friendly than just being portraits and then having to remember what numbers do.
Yeah.
And think of how many games that are using a standard 52 card deck, and now you're going to create a unique deck that is almost like it, but has its own suits that aren't as distinguishable as a heart or a spade or a diamond, and then to make you memorize a whole set of rules with it, like that's a lot to ask. And honestly, at the end of the day, was it fun?
Not really.
No, we just didn't enjoy it.
I honestly didn't want to review it.
It just wasn't very fun overall, and I think we were just disappointed, as were the people we were playing with, that how unintuitive it was made it much more difficult to try to enjoy. And I hate to do that, and I hate to say, we're reviewing a game that we didn't like, but that's how it goes sometimes. We really we're not fans of Clash of Corgis. So the only good thing I can say is that it's got some cool artwork to it, but that's not what I want out of a card game.
Yeah.
And it's just not enough.
And I'm a card game lover.
Yeah.
We play a lot of board games, but I am a card game lover.
And that wasn't enough.
Oh, no. Sorry, that was kind of rude.
So there's a lot of ways that this could be fixed, but
yes,
in its current state, and I know it's been out for a while, I just don't think it works very well. And with the lack of support for references and anything text-wise on the cards to let you know what's going on, like
at least change the paw prints and make them elemental symbols or something, something.
Right.
Give us
Put
something.
a flame behind it.
Yeah, give us something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this game, but it just was not good.
Flat out honesty?
Yeah.
Flat out honesty, it feels like It feels like a passion project. It feels like somebody and their brother or somebody and their sister or whatever, who they used to play with as a kid, sat down and was like, here's the rules that we used to use as house rules for these cards in 1 through 9. And we used to use kings as the stars, but let's make it a star so it's clearly a wild.
Right.
And we're just going to print it on a piece of paper and everybody's going to play it.
Yeah. And then
that's what it feels like.
And then one of them learned to draw and they're like, all right, well, we're going to put corgis on it and then sell the game.
Or, even hired an artist to do it. Like,
yeah, I don't know who did the art. Like I said,
the art is really good.
Art's the best part. So I can't say anything bad about that. But that's really all I have to say about it. And
I hate to say something bad about a game, I really do, but
yeah,
I just.
But honesty is important, and what we think is what you are tuning in for, whether
also,
good or bad.
That's what we think.
Right. if you played Clash of Corgis and love it, I want to hear from you.
Yes, good on you. Please tell me what I'm missing.
Comment below what makes it amazing to you, because I
would be willing to give it another shot if we could figure out how to function it.
Some of it, yeah. So there you go. That's our review of Clash of Corgis. Thanks for watching. I've been Jared.
I'm Holly.
We'll see you next time.